Hi everyone, it's Tanya from Tanya Kraus Horsemanship, and I've just realised that I said yesterday that I was going to bring a third barrel, and I haven't. This is Millie, and you're joining us for the Millie Diaries, the trailer loading preparation, and I believe that this is episode 12. Yeah, I think it's 12, but I did a bit of downloading this morning, so there's potentially that it's not, it might be 13 or something like that, but I think it's 12. Anyway, I'm going to go straight into that expectation that we started on. I didn't work them yesterday, but the expectation that I started on Easter Sunday. So that was 2 days ago. Today's Tuesday. I'm going to ask her to load herself with a loose rein, with me standing at the back of the barrel, and I want her to wait patiently in the gap. Don't pull on the halter, kiddo. Okay, let's do it. So remember, what I want Millie to do is understand that when I'm standing somewhere and there's a relatively obvious thing that I'm asking her to do, so go over a bridge, go through a gap, go through a gateway, any of those things. I don't like you being on top of me, girlfriend. And I go, I want her to do it. I'm going to try and not use this I was just looking just in case there was a snake down there that she could see that I couldn't, which is still possible, but just that leg action looked a bit curious, didn't it? I don't want to use this hand. If I don't have to, I will if I do. She's saying, I can't do it. I'm saying you can walk closer to the grass. I haven't made the gap any bigger, any smaller. Now I'm going to use this hand. I haven't made the gap any smaller, but you can see the grass is like sticking out and poking, and so she's like, ew, the grass is going to touch me on the side, and I don't want it to. So this is exactly what I'm going to do when she loads in the trailer. I'm going to rub her on the bum. So now what I'm doing is I'm building a cue, yeah, a click click to get on the trailer, and an expectation that she'll solve the problem. Now I'm going to back her out. So I'm going to pick up on the tail, see if she can back. Now remember that you'd have hopefully you'd have your back up. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Hey, wow, you're so clever. You're so clever. I'm gonna pull her out of that. I will ask her to do it again, but that was really neat, huh? So you can see how this is layering, and as I said day before yesterday, for the rest of this week, it's basically going to be practice and repetition. For the rest of this week, it's oh yeah, thank goodness. I was like, no, the camera's not rolling. For the rest of this week, it's going to be practice and repetition. There's beautiful head down, lick and chew. She's like, oh, okay, that wasn't so bad. In terms of, yeah, maybe I want to add an extra barrel so the bay's a bit longer. Yes, I want her to go further in. But really I want her to build that problem solving idea in her head. So I go click click, and she goes, oh well, there's no feel in the halter and there's no direction in the lead, and you're not swinging a rope at me. But I'm saying, yeah, but I'm clicking, I'm telling you to do something. So I want her to go, oh, gap, oh, okay, maybe you want me to go through this gap. And then also that picking up of the tail and learning how to back out of that. So I'm going to go ahead and do it again. And I will, part of the layering of this is that we will eventually put a chest bar across there. Now she's licking and chewing, beautiful cocked leg, lovely relaxation. I'm living the dream here. This is great, guys. This is a real improvement. I will put a chest bar there, but how great is it that we're building? So I'm picking up, feeling the lead. I'm going to rub down her bum so she knows that I'm here. I'm going to pick up on her tail and see if she can follow that feel. No, don't turn. Back. You're all right. I've got flies bugging her. Now I'm going to let her go. And she's a star. That was really nice. Now before this episode, I actually filmed, I'm doing an online course. You might not even, oh no, you should be able to see this episode before it airs. I'm doing an online foundation training course. So I actually used Millie to film one of the online training things that we're going to do. So online being on the internet and online being on the halter, so ground exercises. I used Millie to do one of the ground exercises pre-doing this. So she has actually had about, I think the camera said 18 minutes when I was finished the exercise. So she had about 18 minutes of exercise, not lunging, it was actually exposing her to a flag. So she'd had 18 minutes of mental stimulus before we did this. But as I was saying, what we eventually do is we turn this into a bay, right? So I put a third barrel there, get her used to the third barrel. Then I put a chest bar across, and it's not fixed, so if she did whack it or something, it's just gonna fall down. But it's basically a pole that sits on the barrel and sits on the fence, and that she's like, oh, okay, there's a thing here, right? And then eventually I'll put one behind her as well to try and to lock her in, to get her used to being standing in there locked in. If I had the chest bar there now, would it be helping me or hindering me? It'd probably help me in the fact that she might get to it and think I should stop, but it would hinder me in the fact that the pole would be what is holding her in that gap instead of her own mind. I want her mind to be in that decision of, I'm going to stand in this gap. Can you see where I'm going with that? It might take me a little bit longer. You know, we've had a couple of shoot-throughs where she's gone out the other end of it. But if I can get her mind to go, oh, I'm supposed to stand in here and it's not so bad. I mean, that beautiful relaxation, cocking the back leg, licking and chewing in there. She's really getting comfy in that gap. She's really starting to understand. And that's exactly how I want her on the trailer. Comfortable, confident, happy.